Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Hi beautiful people. I'm so sorry I have been away. It's been bananas, it's been crazy, it's been all those different things with my life, but really that's no excuse to be away from you guys. So I decided to come back and get back updated with my channel and keep things going. So for those of you who may not know, I think in some of my previous videos my hair was a little different, but yeah, I added some red. I got the ombre red right there and kind of doing a little cute little style, and I got my hair cut. So I'll talk a little bit about that, like my hair journey, my natural hair journey, and then where I am now. But I'll do that probably in another video because it's been like a whole thing behind why I had to get my natural hair cut. It was really long, but I had to get it cut. It was unhealthy, so I will talk about that in another video. But today I want to talk about one particular website in particular, and that is Rosegal. So for those of you who may not be aware, for those of you who may not know, Rosegal is an online clothing accessories website, kind of like some of the others. You might have seen Wish, you might have seen I don't know, I guess the comparison I would say is probably Wish, but there are a few others like that. Now, Rosegal is an international company. For those of you who may not know, they are not based in the United States, which I am based in the United States. So whenever you order some things, you have to take that in consideration because again, they're not based in the United States. Now, some of you may be wondering, well, what made you kind of go to Rosegal in the first place? Well, I had wanted to try out like places like Wish and Rosegal for a while, but I did my due diligence. I did my research on Wish in particular, and a lot of reviews, like I'm not talking about like YouTube, just YouTube. I'm talking about like blog reviews, customer complaints. I did like my due diligence, and they had a lot of negative things to say about Wish in general. And then I was on my Facebook page. There were like whole pages dedicated to how the Wish company had like lied or misrepresented itself about the pictures and the clothing items and things of that nature. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, do I really want to take a chance with this organization or this business, right? So I decided against Wish, but then I've heard other things where people had a good experience with Wish. However, it was usually, I will say, the information that I received about Wish, where it was a good review, was like accessories. I have not yet heard or seen a review, and again, I know I don't see every single video in the world or anything like that, putting that disclaimer out there, but the ones that I've come across have not shown like a Wish with clothing. So then that's when my focus went to Rosegal, because I'm plus size. They have some plus size clothing, and I was like, oh, okay, it looks cute. Like I shop at Fashion Nova. Like I like the cute sexy clothes, but not too over the top, but still cute and still fits, right? However, so that's what kind of drew me to Rosegal. And then I went on YouTube, and some of the people who I watch, they are plus size, and they actually did like reviews and hauls on the actual Rosegal clothes. So like the Rosegal website, mainly swimsuits. Like that's what I saw. So I was like, okay, spring is coming. It's around the corner, literally like in a couple of days, by the time this video gets posted. And then, of course, summer follows that. So let me get my swimsuit right. Let me get it together. So I went on Rosegal. I downloaded the app and I just browsed what they had. International company, it's a couple things that come into play. The shipping time is not what you're used to probably in the US. It's not going to be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like you're talking several weeks usually. It just depends on how well the company has their shipping procedures and processes down. But you have to think, they're going through different countries. It's exporting out of shipping out of a different country, coming to another country. So it's a lot going into that. Then the second thing is the sizing, and that's a big difference, right? Because what a US plus size is, like I'm a US plus size 14, 16, like, and some things I could wear 14, but I feel more comfortable in the 16. But I will say this caveat, like Fashion Nova, or if you want to do like that's like a junior plus size site. So instead of a 1X, you have to go up a size for things to fit like probably the way I feel comfortable and not too tight. So you want to go up a size when it's junior plus sizes. So I was kind of like, okay, I was listening to reviews, listening to, some of the YouTubers and their opinions, and I was like, okay, for the most part, I got the fact that, yeah, you're supposed to like go up in some sizes with Rosegal because, it is a different country and there are different measurements, and like, it wouldn't probably fit if I just got a 1X like how I normally would based on my US measurements and sizes. Okay, I got all that information down. So this is the part where I ordered 2 swimsuits and I ordered a 1-piece. I ordered a 1-piece and I ordered 2. And, I had an account online, obviously, to pay. And I paid via PayPal. So, Rosegal, if you guys know anything about PayPal, is kind of like a third-party processor, like in between vendors and like consumers. So, you don't have to reveal your direct bank information, which I like, PayPal and other companies that do things like that, because you don't want to necessarily, this is my first time trying out Rosegal. I don't know them like that. I know they're an international company, so there are some reservations, and I don't want to just like give them my direct bank card or account information. So that was good. So they went ahead, they debited the account, and that was a good month ago. So I'm like, okay, good. I'm presuming, which is where we're talking about the review part. I'm presuming, after I got my order confirmation, which I did, after I placed the order, it was an email sent to my email saying, oh, you placed the order, da 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 da. That was it. No updated shipping information, nada. And then I got email from PayPal, of course, too, because they took the money out of my account. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem, right? Maybe it'll come later. Maybe they're just, maybe that's how they do things. Like they get the orders, then they place them or whatever. It takes a while to get the money. Like I know it's different ways on how companies do that, right? So I wasn't really upset about that part. 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks turned into 4+ weeks, and then still nothing. So I go back into my Rosegal account, like where I placed the order originally, and I wanted to see if I had some type of phone number, customer service, email, anything like that. Couldn't find any, which should have been my first clue, because it's like, what legit company has no way for you to get in contact with them? Yeah. No legit company probably has that going on, right? Right. They just don't have that going on. You have a legit way, and I'm not talking about just some random email box that people respond to, because I've had a bad experience with that as well, like a robot box. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about legit customer service somehow. So that's not what this was. So that should have been my first clue. Second clue, I went into my PayPal account, because obviously that was the entity that I used to pay, and I wanted to see if they by chance had maybe a different email address, a different phone number, so that I can contact. They did have a different email address, so I sent the email first. The email bounced back. So you guys who might be familiar a little bit with like emails and IT, even though I'm not an IT guru, like I know when I send an email and it's like, oh, failure, email failure, because it didn't deliver for whatever reason. Mainly it's usually because it's a bad email address or something blocking it or something, so it bounces back, so the email doesn't go through. So I was like, okay. So I went back into PayPal and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the only email address that I see that is available. So I called PayPal and I called the customer service and I let them know kind of what I'm telling you guys, what has happened up until this point. PayPal was like, well, this is our process. You have to contact them. I was like, well, I did contact them and this is the only email I have. And they confirmed as well. They were like, yeah, that's the email we see. And they were like, what happened, and I told them what happened, and they were like, well, it is our process that you keep trying to contact the company, you give them some time to respond. Mind you, at this point it had been like a month, so I'm like, okay, how much more time do you want me to give them? But they couldn't, PayPal couldn't give me an exact time frame. They were like, well, just keep trying. So I was like, okay, but I am trying, but I'm not able, what part of this don't you understand? I cannot get in contact with them about my order that they've already taken money out of my account for. You guys have taken the money out, and so obviously I presume that they have the money. So that's a problem for my end for being a consumer, right? And so PayPal was like, well, we do have a resolution process, but it could take a while, like we'll try to get involved and we'll try. So then the representative started using words like try and we can't guarantee your money. And so I was like, wait. So basically these people, like you guys, I used you guys as a third party, and basically these people got money, and I still have no product, and I have no way to get in touch with them, and I have no way to learn about what is going on with the product. I was noticing on Rosegal, it had been like the same status for like weeks. It just got stopped. It like went to a certain place and then it was like packed, and it was in packed for like ever. And I was like, okay, but when are you gonna ship? When are you gonna, what is going on? So I became very anxious. And then not only that, again, this is because the company has already, PayPal's already taken money out of my account, and the company, I presume, again, had already received the funds for the order. And at the end of the day, I wasn't pleased with what PayPal was saying either, because it was like, well, just wait and just hold on a little bit more. And it's like, look, because I either want information about the order or I want my money back. I mean, that's honestly the only two options that we really have at this point, right? I mean, like, there's really no other third option here. But PayPal's like, yeah, well, there is a third option. You're just going to wait. You're going to try to contact them. No. You don't understand. That is what I've done. I'm reaching out to you to let you know I cannot contact these people. What is the next step? So say all that to say, PayPal wasn't as helpful as I would have liked them to be. So I went to my bank. Honey, went to the bank and I told them what happened. I was like, I'm going to dispute the charge. Not because I didn't authorize it. I did authorize it at first. However, did I authorize this company to take money and not provide a product? No, that was not the agreement. That's not the consumer business relationship, right? I give you money, you give me product or service. That's how business works. So they did not hold up their end of the bargain. And then again, I could not figure out, or I could not verify when I was going to actually get my product. And the company that was the third party vendor wasn't sure either. So I disputed the charge, honey. The bank took care of it. They were like, no problem. We'll go after the vendor. We'll take care of it. We'll talk to PayPal. We'll get our money back. Oh, I know you will. And they put the money right back in my account. So, and that was in like less than 24 hours. And they didn't give me this whole, well, we'll see. Well, we'll try. Well, just wait a little bit longer. I know you've already waited like 4 or 5 weeks, but wait some more time and then you can. No. That ain't how it goes down, honey. That's not how it works over here. That's not how any of this works over here. So I just want to kind of to give you guys that perspective. I wasn't sponsored by Rosegal or anything. This was just me doing some research. I want to try them out. And because I wanted to try them out, that's what I chose to place an order. But I want to kind of give my personal experience. Again, disclaimer, my personal experience about what happened and then kind of how PayPal handled it too. But my personal experience with Rosegal and kind of what happened. So I would just say be careful. Do your due. A lot of ways I was disappointed that there was no communication from Rosegal first, and then when I reached out to PayPal to kind of state my case, they were kind of like, yeah, I mean, we know you've been waiting, but wait some more. Like, that was their solution. And even then they were like, well, I mean, we could try to get your money back. Like, no, you're not gonna try, honey. You're not gonna take money out of my account, not give me a product, and then try. Honey, where they do that at? You guys, what do you think? I mean, you guys can comment down below. Let me know, have you ever had a situation with a company? It doesn't have to be Rosegal, doesn't have to be an online company, doesn't have to be an international company, but it can be, just different customer service things that have happened where you couldn't get in contact with a company. They took your money and then they tried it because Rosegal tried it, honey. Okay, and I was all the way not here for it. Leave comment below. Let me know some issues that you may have had as a consumer, as a customer. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you like the content.